Hey, if you have a passion for teaching, educating, and nurturing children, Yolanda's Kids Corner Childcare is now hiring full-time preschool teachers. All applicants must have... Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Educated Minds, where we will reduce you time, reduce you money, and increase high quality in your early learning childcare program. So today what we're going to talk about is simply childcare expenses. And childcare expenses, when I talk about expenses, I simply mean all of your costs that it costs to operate and run your childcare program. And one of the reasons why we're going to talk about this today is because many times as a childcare owner, whether you're a family, a group-based, or a center-based childcare program, you have bills everywhere from your personal life even into your business. So why is it important to ensure that you are keeping those expenses separate? One is because obviously at the end of tax season, tax year, you want to make sure that you have all of your expenses and that you can get as many deductions as possible. Two, you want to make sure that you're organizing your childcare program and you can really see where the money's going out and where the money's coming in. And last but not least, organizing your bills is simply because you want to see where you can cut costs in your early childhood education program. So I always like to give an example. Back when we first started our childcare program, we only just had one location site. And that one location site was just a family childcare provider where, we were able to maintain and put all of our bills and folders, and do things more of the manual old school way. Until we really began to expand the childcare program and we then became a multi-site childcare organization. And so with that, how was I able to keep up with all of the water bills, the gas bills, electric, all of the utilities, all of the vendors to assure that A, I'm not running behind on bills, B, I'm still making sure that the business credit is staying afloat, for future funding limits that we may need, and C, just making sure that I'm organized, fiscally, so therefore we can make sure that the business is going afloat and it's, financially healthy. So step one, what I did was I began to collect all of my bills from all of our location sites for water, gas, utilities, any vendor I've ever had, water vendor, any vendor that we partner with, and any utility that we have, whether we rent the building or we own the building. I just began to collect all of them and outline them, okay? Once I collected all of the bills, then I put all of my bills on bill pay. And that site on our banking site was so much helpful because it simply allowed me to just pay all of my bills at the click of a button. But then once I began to pay all the bills at the click of a button, I did not know exactly what I was paying, when I was paying it, if the vendor was calling to, shut the bill off or anything like that. I didn't know where it was. I had to go in the computer and, find it. It just was a whole mess. And it took up really a lot of time. So then I began to create a spreadsheet. I always simply say a spreadsheet is really helpful when you are trying to organize all of your bills and money. I began to create a spreadsheet where I outlined not only all of my personal expenses, but also the same formula for my business expenses. And boy, can I tell you, it just became much easier on knowing how much money I've spent in utilities for this month of January, how much money I've spent in utilities for the month of February, and so forth. And then I began to create the spreadsheet where it's not just telling me how much I'm, spending on bills as a collective, but now I know how much I've spent in gas. And I was able to see the fluctuation over that year that, hey, I spent more money in electric during summer season than I did during the winter season. So that really helped me create, which was next, my projected budget for my childcare program. So I really say, if you're trying to get organized and you have your bills everywhere, really invest in bill pay, whatever banking system that you use for your childcare program for a business banking. And then also make sure that you create some type of spreadsheet, so therefore you can automatically calculate all the numbers up for you, and also really be able to see a projection and see where your money is going. Because I cannot stress enough that as a childcare program, many times we're just spending and we're swiping, we're trying to save to see a return on our investment many times, but it's hard, especially with payroll, and that's a whole nother spreadsheet. So I really just want to encourage you guys to always make sure that you A, collect all your bills, B, make sure you organize them according to whatever the utility is, and C, document, document, document. You can always go over to our educatedminds.com website and download our automatic Excel spreadsheet formula built in for you utility ledger. And that is not only for your business, but also for your personal. So now you can keep a track of all of your expenses January through December for all of your bills in your business, and on that same spreadsheet for all of your utilities in your personal. So therefore, when you need to whip out and see how much you're spending or how much funds you have left in your childcare program for specific allocated expenses, you now know your exact number. So hopefully this was a helpful tip and tool for you all today. Have a great day.